Hey guys, it's Housewife in Heels. So I am here with my latest comparison, and I'm going to be comparing the Christian Louboutin Pigalle Follies and the Louboutin Hot Chick. These are two of some of the most popular pumps. I see people purchasing these as their first pairs all the time. So I wanted to kind of give a little bit of a spiel as to their similarities and their differences. So, the first thing I want to talk about is their similarities. As far as their similarities, they are almost exactly the same shoe. And I can demonstrate because I have one of each in the same size. So, you're going to see that these are almost identical. It's nutty how similar the design actually is. So, for instance, toe box. If you look closely, you can see that the toe boxes are identical in size, shape. These don't make a perfect U shape. They sort of have this angle going inward. So they kind of create like a point facing that way. And both shoes do that. Both of their toe boxes are shaped like that. And I didn't notice that until I was kind of looking at both shoes really closely. And I found that quite fascinating that Louboutin would create seemingly two completely different shoes, but in actuality, they are quite similar. Now, another big similarity, the exact same heel, pretty much. They are the exact shape, size, they are the same length, they are the same width. Now, these do come in different heel heights, like the Hot Chick is famous for being a 130, and I know that the Pigalle came in a 120. I'm 90% sure that the Pigalle Follies came in a 120, but those have since discontinued. So, as far as pumps go, these are almost identical. They wear almost identically, they feel almost identically. The big difference is something that I'm sure everyone would be able to see is that the Hot Chick, rather than being a standard pump, has this scalloped edging around the heel. Now, you see so many dupes of these. I've seen Stuart Weitzman make something similar. I've seen these in fast fashion, like by Steve Madden, for sake of argument, where they copy this little detail that is going on there. But these between the two, if let's say someone is torn, I would say that someone would be suited for these who is looking for something a little bit different. I do notice that these do tend to come in seasonal releases a lot more. So you might be able to find a pair of Hot Chicks on sale over a pair of Pigalle Follies on sale. I think that these are more suited for someone who wants to stand out from the crowd a little bit or get a very traditional pump with sort of a fun little twist, something that's not overtly out there, because these do come in like the black patent or the suede, kind of like these, except I got plumes. These were a seasonal shoe. So these are definitely a little bit more fun. Now, these look like a more standard issue pump. There really is no pomp and circumstance for these. These just have a very classic shape. There's nothing gaudy about the actual design of the shoe. I know this particular one is a little bit gaudy and out there how colorful it is and it changes in the light, but if you just get the black patent, it's going to go with everything. It's going to be a very safe shoe, let's put it like that. Going to be very suitable for most people. So if you're torn between these and you want something that is more, I don't want to say modest looking, but just something really simple, something very straightforward, something that just you can have until the very end of time, or something that isn't very noticeable, if that makes sense, something that's more mainstream of a look, so to speak. So if you're someone whose sort of style is a little bit more tame, you like to keep things more quieted down, then a Pigalle Follie might be for you. As far as comfort, wear and tear, it is the same. The only difference would be if you're getting a pair in a unique material, kind of like I have. These are in a nylon, and these are a bit stiff, a little bit firmer to break in. And these are a suede, so much, much softer, much lighter, more delicate feeling. So the wear and tear is just really gonna come down to the material. Now, that being said, this little scalloping, I noticed it can sort of crease with the shoe, so that's really the main difference if we're talking about how the shoe will wear in over time, as the leather sort of bends, molds, creases. The more your foot's moving around in it, the more the leather will move, and this will sort of bend and mold differently. But that's really about it. These are so identical, it's almost pointless to have one of each unless you're someone who's like myself, you just want one of everything from Louboutin. So I think that will about do it for this comparison. It's not super, super in depth because there's nothing really meaty to compare between the two other than that one big aesthetic detail with the scalloping on the hot chick. So I hope you guys learned something. I hope that this might have helped somebody out. Or I hope you just like to watch me talk about shoes. I'll go ahead and get into the try on momentarily. But please be sure to check out my Patreon. It is only $3 a month. I do post on there regularly, and I try to be as interactive as I possibly can with my subscribers on there. And to those who are subscribed, thank you so, so much. I appreciate every single one of you. Now we can go ahead and get into the comparison on the foot. Later. We're starting with toe boxes. Here it is on both the Hot Chick and the Pigalle Follie. You can clearly see that they want to go into sort of like a V shape, a sort of an angular shape around the foot. Here we go. Here's a little bit of arch on the Hot Chick. Not too much, but enough if you look a little bit closely, and you can see that scalloped edging on the heel. You can tell that they are the exact same size, height, width, all that good stuff. They look identically shaped from the back with the exception of at that angle with the Hot Chick scalloping. Very noticeable, very apparent. And other than that, there is no real other difference. They are almost identical other than that teeny little scallop. You can see like they almost look like the same shoe when I wore them side by side. So other than that, they are about the same with the exception of the Pigalle Follie showing a little bit more arch. But yeah, other than that, I really like both of these shoes, and I hope that you guys enjoy them as well.